Hi there everyone, Nigel Brooks here, Senior Consultant at SME Skills. As you can probably see from my window, it's a horrible day outside the office today. So I thought I'd try and cheer everyone up with some really good, some fantastic sales advice to help you close more deals and make 2019 the best year ever. So just a quick look into your sales process today. And what we're going to do is just spend 2 or 3 minutes just giving you a couple of pointers on how to set up your process for success, how to make sure that you're really stacking the odds in your favour that people are going to say yes, that they come back first of all with a decision, so we're not letting things get away from you, but also that they understand why it's valuable to go into business with you, how you're going to enrich their lives with the value that you've got to give, and why they're more likely to say yes than say no. Okay, so what I want to talk about today is the first step on your process. So I'm talking about someone who has gone through your sales strategy, you've generated that lead, and then it's time to start following up, which there's a lot of problem with following up. People are scared of following up because they look at it as selling to people, not helping people. But if you don't follow people up, you're never going to get through to getting a decision from them. So what we need to do is, first of all, change your mindset to start thinking about selling to people, because if you truly believe that your product or service adds value to people's lives, then you're helping them by contacting them. Okay, so we've generated a lead through whatever channel it might be. It might be through networking, it could be through an event that you ran, it could be through social media, whatever the channel you chose to use, we've got this lead. Okay, it's very important that we follow them up as soon as possible. It's like boiling a kettle. You boil the kettle, it's smoking hot. That's when you generated the lead. But the longer you leave it, the colder that water is going to get, the less energy it has, the less chance it's going to be of making a, nice cup of tea or whatever you want it to be. What you want is, you want it to be smoking hot, smouldering. If you can follow up the same day, even if it's just a reach out on social media saying thanks for meeting, thanks for chatting to me, look forward to speaking to you again soon, but your follow-up needs to come in the form of a phone call. Okay, you need to phone these people so that they understand that you've taken time out of your day to contact them, but also that you're interested in what they've got to say. But like any other meeting, you've got to spend time beforehand preparing for that phone call, preparing for that meeting. And you don't want it to go on any longer than 15 minutes because you don't want to bore them. You're not going to try and sell to them because that's the worst thing that you can do, because chances are you're just going to push them away. What you need to understand is the concept of windows, and the reason why we make the phone call is because we want to get them to a face-to-face meeting. We did our elevator pitch at the networking event or wherever we found the lead from. Now we want to get to do our value pitch to them, which is a face-to-face meeting where we're uninterrupted by other people in the room or other distractions, where we can show them the value that we've got to give. So a 15-minute phone call, and all we're trying to find out is, have they got a need for the product or service that we're trying to offer them? Have they got a budget to be able to spend on this product or service? And are they the decision maker? If you go any further through your sales process and they're not the decision maker, you're setting yourself up for disaster, because all that's going to happen is they're going to end up making your pitch to the decision maker, and that is not what you want to do, because they might make promises that you can't deliver. They might not communicate the value in the same way. They're not going to have the same energy, the same passion, the same excitement that you have, so the chances are it's not going to work. So this phone call is an opportunity to make sure that you're talking to the right person, and it's worth you spending an hour of your time sitting down with this person and communicating to them, because they haven't got any budget. There's no point sitting down with them. If they're not the decision maker, there's no point sitting down with them. Your time is precious, it's so valuable, and you've got to make sure that you're spending every minute of every day wisely, because otherwise you're just going to be bleeding money. There are two costs in the world: one is money and one is time. So you need to make sure that you've got the right person to sit down in front of you so that you can communicate your value. You don't want the phone call to go on too long, any longer than 15 minutes, as I've already said, because you want to leave that element of curiosity. You want them to be intrigued in what you've got to say, what you've got to offer them. You want them to look at the value and buy into it at the face-to-face meeting. Whereas if you talk to them too much, you could end up running out of things to say, and then you just end up talking yourself out of the deal. Okay, so my top tips are: prepare for that phone call. Visualize the outcome before you make the phone call. Have that time arranged. When you meet that person, if you meet them face to face, write on the business card when you're going to ring them. Ask them, talk to them about it, so they're going to know you're serious. So prepare. Make sure that you've followed up at the right time, that you've already pre-arranged with them. Only spend 15 minutes on the call and find out those 3 crucial pieces of information: need, budget, and decision maker. Okay? And also, this is your chance, this is your next opportunity to really sell the dream. This is when you really get to start showing them, because what you're trying to do is develop as much energy as possible now, so that when you get into the face-to-face meeting with them, they're not a stone cold prospect. They've already been warmed up a little bit, because that's going to make it easy for you to close. Because the longer you leave it, the more likely it is that you're going to have to rely on things like discounts and things to close the deal. What you want to do is to communicate as much value as possible right from the outset, so they've got this energy, so it's easier for you to get that decision. Hope that's helpful. I'm Nigel from SME Skills. Hope you found it useful. Looking forward to speaking to you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.